Hi, I just had a medium reading today, and it was really interesting. I'm going to share with you what happened. So, I'm Ev, and I do psychic medium readings and astrology. Okay? My gifts. Anyhow, my unique way of doing things is I connect with the other side using paper and pencil. I write everything down before I even meet with my client. So I ask a series of questions, I get the answers, but listen what happened. So I had this very confused energy with this reading that I had. And it was very heavy, super heavy. And I kept thinking, I must be wrong. But one thing you'll learn when you do these readings, don't filter it. Like my ego kept saying, you're wrong. This can't be right. I was so unsure of myself, but I just kept going and I kept breathing. I kept pausing. I also connect with the spirit of truth, and I put the holy oil on. I do all that stuff just to keep everything clean and clear. But there was confusion, doubt, heaviness, and when I asked what the sex was, I thought maybe they were gay because I couldn't figure out. I sensed male and then I sensed female. It was real strong, back and forth, back and forth. And so I just wrote everything down and then I read it to the client. I read the whole report. It's like, it makes no sense to me because it goes all over the place. And sometimes other entities could come in as far as like another family member, another loved one, usually someone that's with the loved one. They're together, even with pets. So I start reading it, and the person says, may I share something with you? And I said, okay. I mean, it was only my second paragraph that I read. And I continue to read halfway down the page, and she stops me and she says, well, my brother, because I thought it was a son, but it was like the younger brother, and the dynamic was, kind of like mother-son relationship. But then we find out mother is in hospice, her mother, their mother. So when the communication was going through me, her brother could have been wanting to contact with mother. So this is where it gets fuzzy. So I'm a detective as a medium, and I have to try to put all the little pieces together like a jigsaw puzzle and figure it out. But she shared with me, you're right on track. And I go, well, this makes no sense to me. Well, what happened, and there was an accident, but it wasn't with the brother. The brother needed a heart transplant. So the heart came from a young girl who had an accident with a car, just like I described. So that's why it was a little fuzzy, because it was a male and a female. There was a male that took the heart transplanted in from a female. So mediumship works, and things can get confusing even with the best of us. But if you're practicing mediumship, just keep going. Sometimes it will never make sense. Do it your way. I have my own unique way. I like to write everything down first, and that will be all the evidence that they need, and then we elaborate. But that the foundation is what I write down on the pad. And this particular person got all the answers, had written down all these questions, and guess what? I answered most of the questions, and I usually do, that they had for the person on the other side. Because remember, the person on the other side is nothing but energy. And thoughts are energetic and frequency. So thoughts travel. So the person that's in spirit form knows everything that you want to ask. So they make sure that they give me that information before you even ask me. It's a beautiful world, and what makes me very excited, and I'm happy to be part of this awakening, is that eventually all this kind of work, astrology, mediumship, psychic reading, remote viewing, everything is going to be mainstream. Teachers are going to understand it. Employers are going to understand it. Government officials, well, they use remote viewing anyhow with their spy missions. But doctors will understand it. So we're in a time of elevation, of understanding. Probably we'll be using a lot of mental telepathy between ourselves and be more elevated. And that's what we need. And that's my purpose, is to help educate and share enough information with you so you could, number one, use the tools of mediumship, psychic readings, and astrology. But they're tools, okay? Let me know in the comments what else you want to learn and what you liked about this video.